Hello, and welcome to Zirkzank Says. This is a very special episode, as every single one of my episodes is special, because they contain me, and I'm pretty special. This is this episode sort of dedicated, in part, perhaps, or entirely, to... I'm very thirsty right now. I should have got a drink, but I didn't, so I'm going to just be coughing a lot, which is fucking stupid. But whatever. Alright, let's get into this. What you see on screen here is how the fuck do I fucking... Right, let me just sort this shit out. I've come prepared to this because I'm basically like live streaming this to my hard drive. Right, that's my Tinder profile picture. I'll talk about Tinder. Basically, what it comes down to is, you know, I feel like I've got a lot to give, a lot to offer, you know, in a relationship, and so I'm seeking, a suitable partner to requite that kind of memery. Essentially, this is what I've got as my cover for Tinder. I want to just say that at first you think, well, it's fucking stupid, no girls are gonna like that, but a lot of girls have, like, surprisingly, like, attractive girls who are very nice, like, as far as I tell from speaking to them. I just want to say that, this is probably one of the best decisions of my life to cover this picture with glitter and Hello Kitty stuff and pink, like a pink filter on it, because I don't look like that really. I mean, you can see that I kind of do, because it's like this is side by side. It's like I'm happier in that because I was genuinely thinking how stupid the idea of doing a Hello Kitty profile picture for Tinder would be. That's why I did that. But then that's the original. Like just for comparison's sake, I've got that in there. It's entirely filter based, but the way I see it is, if you're on Tinder scrolling through people's things, I'm assuming, because I'm not into guys, so I've not looked at what guys have on Tinder. Maybe I should for like research comparison, but I think that this, other than the fact that I've got like that fucking shitty, that's the thing. Like, I think that the picture itself is good with the Hello Kitty shit, but it's like I should have shaved before I did that, because that looks fucking terrible. I don't want to come off as as if I don't like to present myself well, because like you can tell from my YouTube videos that I present myself well. I mean, look at this. That's a hole in my shirt. I'm wearing that because I'm sat inside, so like it shouldn't matter, but it's like, fuck, I'm already tarnishing my name with this shit, but whatever. So you probably wouldn't have noticed that until I pointed it out, that there's a fucking hole in my shirt. My finger can just go through that. So ignore that. Moving on. So this is how I've set up my profile. You get your 6 pictures. You really wanna show off as much of your personality and your history, a little bit of history, as you can. I'll get into the history stuff in a little bit later. So right now I've gone for like one picture where it's just eye grabbing, attention grabbing, and kawaii as fuck, and then I've gone for one that's a little bit more, I feel it makes me cringe when I look at it. It's sort of like pulling a sort of smolder, semi-serious kind of face, and I still have shitty this fucking stuff that I didn't shave. So I don't know. You can really see my cheekbones in that, because when you bite your teeth together, your cheekbones like pop out more, and I think that having a more defined face is usually considered to be more handsome. So if you're wondering how to get a more defined face, bite your teeth together at the back. It sort of changes the shape of your face, makes your jaw look stronger, and strong jaw and all that. The other thing is lighting. As you can see, I messed with the lighting a little bit, get some better lighting on my face. You have to look attractive on Tinder. That's you'd like to think people might give you a chance. Maybe they have with me. Maybe I don't look attractive on Tinder, but if I looked that bad on Tinder, there's like a sort of threshold point of where you're willing to give someone a chance. Like if they're sort of in a ditch, like completely covered in their own piss, you're not likely to think, well, maybe they have a good personality or something. Face value, someone's like covered in grease, or they have a shit picture, like all their pictures are just like really dark, or say if I do this with the fucking camera for like half a second, it gets dark. If people have bad pictures like that, you're less likely to give them a chance. Like I do that when I'm like swiping for girls. I'm not saying like I just like everybody, because that'd be stupid. That's another thing I'm going to get to, but hold on. I've got so many ideas, so much advice to give you on Tinder, because fucking expert at this shit. Yeah, my third picture is that fucking meme picture. This shit. This is my profile picture on most websites for a very long time. As you can tell, it's kind of disturbing, really. So I'm surprised anyone sees this thinks, oh yeah, this guy seems like not a creep at all. But contextually, you can see other pictures. Contextually, you can see other pictures in which I do not look like this, and this is obviously a joke. And that's an important thing to convey. Jokes, comedy. You got to try and put a bit of comedy over it. I'll just go quickly over this one just to show that I have a body. You need to have at least one body shot in there so that they know that you're not fat. Like, no offense to fat people, but there are some girls who are looking for bigger guys, but if you're not a big guy, or it's better to just show what your body type is without having to say like, hey, I'm not fat in your description. Like, there's nothing wrong with, well, there is something wrong with being fat. It means you're more likely to die of a heart attack. But yeah, so anyway, this is a really old picture. It's like 3 years old, but I don't know, I just put it in there because it's kind of nice to look at. The lighting in it's good. This one, this is another one. It's just this fucking eyebrows up sort of shit. Like, I can do the oh fucking hell, I used to be able to. It's been a while. Like, I can whatever. I'm looking at my thing in the webcam, but it's like, oh, I used to be able to do that, like, the thing off the Cadbury's advert. But the point is, right, you got your pictures on Tinder. Most important thing, have a nice picture there. Then into your bio. My bio is, I'm kawaii desu, pronounced des. You said kawaii des, but we'll call it kawaii desu because fucking desu, man. On Tinder, because I have no idea where else to meet someone. It's true. I'm basically a top meme lord with dank wage. I study games development, so don't feel too bad when I beat you in a 1v1. It's playful, but it gives information. It's playful. It's like, they can't take me too seriously. Take me seriously because it's true, but not too seriously, because I think that comes off as being sarcastic enough. I'm looking for an end to the crushing loneliness in my life. If you're feeling the same way, we might be able to help each other. So yeah, getting straight to the point. I've already opened with like 4 jokes in a row, so I just get to that bit. It looks like that's a joke, but it's like wavering on the edge of, is he joking or is he serious? I can't really tell. So they can't tell if I'm actually lonely. Well, I don't want to say I am, because I don't think I am. I have friends, and I'm comfortable in solitude. I'm fine with solitude. In fact, I enjoy solitude most of the time, but every now and again, yeah, it can be a bit lonely, and that's why people are on Tinder, obviously. No, actually, a lot of people are on here just to have sex, but I'm not, so I want to make that clear. I do want to some point, but that's not exclusively why I'm here. Oh yeah, and also you got to put in the Rip Harambe bit there, you know, just to show that you care about Harambe. Something about memes. Yeah, just I don't know. This has worked for me, and it's true. It conveys a lot of what I think is worth conveying. My current works is set to be is totally awesome at all times, so it says David is totally awesome at all times, even though my name is Zirkzank, but whatever, fuck it. And my school, university, whatever, you put in your education, because then I think you're more likely to get matched by people who go to the same place that you go to. I think, in theory, you know, that's how it works. But yeah, so that's what I've done with the Tinder bio. Now, on to what I was saying before, which was well, I can't remember what I said I was going to say, but basically, making conversations on Tinder is fucking annoying, and I wanted to complain about that. I like having conversations there, because it's nice to meet people there, girls, because you know it's just girls, but it's really hard to convey any kind of emotion and personality through text, and a lot of sarcasm comes through text. No sarcasm comes through text. It's almost impossible to get sarcasm through text. That's what I wanted to say about that shit. So yeah, I'm still trying to figure out a way to try and get to a position where it's on Tinder, where I can say like, let's stop using Tinder because this app is dog shit, and it genuinely is. Like, I can't scroll through my text without it fucking scrolling all the way up to the top. It's fucking stupid. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna show this here. Fucking, this is something I'm gonna get to in a second. But on Tinder, like you try and scroll, and it like it's just stuttering constantly. Oh, there you go, look. It's fucking stuttering. I'm trying to scroll down, but it just stutters. It's staying on this fucking Obama thing. Yeah, and I don't know what's going on here. Something I wanted to address in this video. There's this girl who I've matched with, and all she's done this entire conversation is send me gifs. Not a single word. I'm asking, like, why does she keep sending gifs? She's like insulting me. She's sending gifs of people giving the middle finger, which, you know, it's kind of offensive. I don't take offense to it. I'm just curious as to what the fuck it means. It's like she's swearing at me, as in she doesn't like me, and she sent me a gift that says like, "Are you mad, bro?" And she's just sending loads of laughing gifs. So it's like she's trying to troll me, but you know, you can't troll a troll. Let me just tell you that. And she obviously wants to fuck me, because why else would she be sending me so many gifts? It's kind of disturbing. I'm probably gonna unmatch her if she keeps doing it, because it's draining my phone battery, and it's boring. It's fucking boring. Don't send a bunch of gifts to people. In fact, I would even say don't send any gifts. That's a piece of advice right there. Also, be interesting. Goes without saying. Don't be boring. Be interesting. You know, it goes hand in hand. Nobody wants to talk to someone who's boring. But it's very, very easy to be boring on Tinder. Even if you are a very interesting person, or you're usually fun in person. Like this, for example, is a light version of how I am in reality, because it's harder to, you know, communicate through a webcam and a fucking microphone. But yeah, that gets watered down even more. So imagine that you're only 20%, maybe 10% of your actual energy while you're typing on text. Like, that's not good. Not good at all. Actually, let me just hey, fucking technology, going full screen now without having to edit any of this. I hate editing. I enjoy it, but I hate it. So let me get back to what I was saying. Be interesting. It's easy to end up being boring on Tinder because you forget that you can't convey sarcasm, you can't convey little witticisms, you can't just say stuff like little quips and funny jokes that are funny for the second but then are not funny afterwards. Tinder's sort of like a back and forth over a long period of time, so what you say has to kind of be funny for a long time, and also, most important thing is, you can't put any thought into what you say. I mean, seriously, don't put any thought into what you say, because otherwise you're going to start regretting what you say, or you're going to start overthinking it, and then you're going to say something that just doesn't sound right at all. You basically have to just say what the first thing that pops into your head is, even if you think 10 seconds later maybe you shouldn't have said that. You should have said that because that's the first thing that popped into your head. That's who you are. That's the real you. People say have mixed opinions on, be yourself or don't be yourself right off the bat. Well, fuck it. It's easier to be yourself. It takes like zero effort to be yourself. And if you're not being yourself, you're essentially lying, and no one likes lying. Like, no one likes a liar, especially if you lie for a long time and then get caught out afterwards. People just hate you even more, so just don't do that. I don't know. Fucking Tinder, man. Yeah, but I've managed to kill a bunch of conversations off with the girls that I matched with, had a decent conversation with, and then they just get bored. I'm still working on that bit. I'm going to try and do a bit of deeper analysis into that, using the mind, get into that psychology. Or maybe there's no psychology to it. Maybe it's just that there was no connection and that's it, died out because it was meant to. I guess. Disappointing, but life goes on. I just match with more people, more girls, no guys. Not yet. I'm not gotten that desperate, because I'm not desperate. I'm not. Yeah, what else is there to say? Oh yeah, age range and radius. Basically, depending on where you live, if you live in a city, you probably want a city radius to be small, and your age range, I go for, I'm 21 or 21, and I go for the age range of 18 to 24 because I think that, that's pretty appropriate. 3 years below, 3 years above, 6 years overall, kind of age range. But go for whatever you're into. If you're into 40-year-old men or women, or 50-year-old men or women, just do whatever. But use the radius things to find specifically what you're looking for, because while you have the opportunity to look for what you want to look for, or what you think you want to look for, which might not be what you actually want, but it's what you think you want, so it'll make you happy in the short term, be specific. And while swiping, always look at the picture, tap on their picture, go through all of the pictures that they have, and read the bio and all that stuff. Don't just swipe on somebody, because they might be, basically, it might be your soulmate, but they said in their bio thing, my Tinder doesn't work, I'm really lonely, or some shit, add me on Facebook, or add me on Skype, or whatever, and you missed out on your soulmate because you didn't tap on it, you didn't read what they have to say. Or you might think that they're attractive, and then you tap on it, and then it says, oh yeah, I have a bunch of kids. And now, if you're not into kids, as in you don't want to raise kids, then that might, you might have wasted a swipe. And considering you only have limited swipes, unless you go for Tinder Pro, you don't want to waste swipes. So yeah, that's another thing. Back in the past, I know people would just be fucking DJ decks on there, just swipe, going right on everything, just liking everything, to increase your chances of getting matches. But honestly, just take the time to read every girl or guy's bio and look at all their pictures, because you know, if you give yourself like a few seconds to look at each picture, you really start to think like, do I actually want to swipe on this? Do I actually want to talk to this person or not? And you start to think, maybe not, or maybe I actually would. You know, someone you might have swiped no to, take a closer look and you think, actually, this person is fucking incredible and hilarious. I wanna get to know this person, and you just do it. But you wouldn't have done that if you were just going on the first picture on face value. So it's important to bear that in mind. Yeah, Tinder Plus. Now, I don't use that because why the fuck would you use that? Fucking hell. You know, like, no way. Fucking hell. That's my analysis on that. And I hope you score big on Tinder, as in, like, you know, finding a deep and meaningful relationship full of requited passion, because, you know, that's what Tinder's all about. I hope. That's what I'm looking for, and it's what I'm gonna get eventually. If you just keep putting effort in, you'll succeed eventually with effort and luck. That's another video I'm gonna make like right after this one, because luck is a concept that I have some disputes with some of my friends. So yeah, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, like, comment and subscribe. Share this on MySpace. You know, you could post this video onto your Bebo page. Do whatever you want. Bye.